Hello everyone, welcome to BYOB Experience. Today we will continue our third step to BYOB, the 60-30-10 rule. Assuming you got all your basic needs figured out and covered. Based on our example, the basic needs cost $3,000, way over the net income. And we took the third option by hacking the biggest expenses on our basic needs, bringing it down to less than or equal our net income of $2,200. Identifying the cost of our basic needs will prepare us to fulfill the 30-10 or savings and charity portion of our 60-30-10 rule of 2BYOB. Let's see. If the cost of our basic needs is $3,000, we divide it by 60%. That means we need $5,000 to fulfill our 60-30-10 rule. If it's only $2,200, then all we need is $3,700 or $3,667 to be exact. So to complete and provide the 30% savings and 10% charity, we only need $1,500 to $2,000 per month. Easily covered if there are two earners in our household, right? And before we tackle this, let us remember that life is not promised to us to be easy. So even if our basic needs are all covered already at the moment, we are certain that there are always hiccups in our life coming in every now and then. So we need an emergency fund. What do the financial experts or professionals say about this? Well, financial experts recommend having at least 3 to 6 months equivalent to our gross income per month. For example, the gross income per month is $3,000. Multiply to 3 and the answer is $9,000. That's our minimum emergency fund. So all our windfall income or spouse income goes to this fund first, then move on to fulfill the 30-10 of the 60-30-10 rule. For easy mental calculation, here's a trick that we did since we only have one income earner in our household for 12 years out of our 16 years here in Canada, and use windfall income only to fulfill our savings and charity portion of the 60-30-10 rule. As you notice, the 30% goes to savings divided equally into 3, namely for retirement, for entertainment, and for children's education. Then the 10% goes to charity, divided also equally into 3, for family or relatives, for friends or acquaintances, for the church or unknown person. See, we add 30 and the 10, and that's equate to 40. And we proceed to convert it into the simplest form, which is 4. So to have our mental calculation very easy, so as a starter we use 4 as our divisor on every windfall income we have. Example, my bonus today are $1,000 and divide it by 4. Voila, the answer is $250. So the 250 goes to entertainment. The second 250 goes to children's education. The third 250 goes to retirement. And the fourth 250 goes to charity, which is, of course, we divide it into 3. So 250 divided by 3, that will be like 60. That will be 83 dollars. So $83. First $83 will go to our family or relatives, and second $83 will go to our friends or acquaintances, and the third $83 will go to church or people we don't know. So easy, right? Doing all this doesn't mean we will not determine how much money we need for our retirement and for our children's education, because this is very crucial in shifting our 60-30-10 rule to our goal, which is 60% now to charity instead for basic needs, 30% still same savings, except that we change the children education to health account, and 10% to our basic needs. Example, our basic needs cost 3,000 and divide it by 10%, the answer is 30,000. Wow, that's a lot of money, right? You must be a doctor or engineer or lawyer or a successful businessman to have that 30,000 income per month. I really don't know. I don't bother checking how much they earn every month. So. But we don't have to wait for 30,000 income per month to fulfill our goal. By just doing what you do right now. Remember, the moment we are born, we're doing charity works already. And if we know and reach or are on track with our retirement and children's education needs, we can start the reverse of 60-30-10 rule right away. I will talk about the tools we use in reaching our retirement and children's education funds in my future videos, so stay tuned. And here's what we do once we see our savings are on track or doing the reverse every Christmas season. My favorite time of the year. See, instead of using number 4 as our divisor, we will be using number 3 this time. Did you notice the pattern? When we are doing 30 savings, 10 charities, we use number 4 as our divisor. And when we switch to 60 charity, 30 savings, we use number 3. Well, if you don't notice the pattern, it's okay. We'll do it this way anyway. Example, we got a bonus again for $1,000. We divide it by 3 and the answer is 333. So the first 333 will go to savings. Of course, we divide it into 3 again, namely for entertainment, for health savings now, and for our retirement. And for the remaining 333 will go to charity. Same thing, we divide into 3, namely for family or relatives, for friends or acquaintances, and for the church or people we don't know. That's it, guys. Thank you for following my BYOB experience, and if you like this video or the whole channel, just click like and subscribe. And if you feel that somebody can learn or would like to, or you would like to share this one, you can share this one too. Thanks again for coming. Bye for now. Let's go and multiply BYObers.